Nichnas Adar Marbin Besimcha. Nichnas Adar Marbin Besimcha. Everybody now, ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Everybody now, Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Last time now, Misha, Nichnas Adar, Marbin Besimcha. Misha, Nichnas Adar, Marbin Besimcha. That's right. Whoever enters our Zoom room gets to enter in joy and simcha. So welcome, come one and come all. I want to see your faces. Oh my goodness. Look at these phenomenal people. Look at these fabulous costumes. Hey guys, how's it going? Everybody wave hello. Hello, shalom. Wave to your left, wave to your right. Say hello, everybody. Shalom. And bruchim habayim to everyone. We're here to read the Megillah, Megillat Esther. We're going to have Megillat of fun, right? In a polyglot Megillat Esther. That's right. It's hysterical the way we do this. So we're going to have a fabulous time. Look at our rabbis. Look at that. I don't know what happened to Rabbi Sam. I think she's been listening to a Christmas song or something. I think we do Christmas songs on Purim. That's how crazy we are at Stephen Wise. In fact, you know that song? Oh, once there was a wicked, wicked man, and Haman was his name, sir. Did you know that that was actually a Christmas song? But originally it was a drinking song. So we sing it very, very joyously and raucously every Purim. I love your costumes, everybody. You look fabulous. Oh my gosh. We should. Oh, and look, my cousin, Susie, is on the screen. I see my cat cousin, Susie, is on the screen. And we have a lot of people who are not showing their faces. Oh my goodness. The mystery, the masked readers, the people who are not showing their faces. And that's okay. That's okay. So we have Rabbi Hirsch here. We have Rabbi Sam here. And we have student cantor Joe. We got Joe. Hey, Joe, you look very lioness. Okay, this is pretty awesome. Yosef, oh yeah. Rawr. Okay, so here's how this is gonna work. I'm going to share my screen and I will show the Megillah, which is basically just the Sefaria website version of it. Some of you have chosen to read in other languages, and that is okay. I'm going to be going along in different, you can do it in any language you wish, as long as it's understandable by someone. It is totally fine to do that. According to halacha, we can read the Megillah in any language. That's right. So, but first, I'm going to recite the blessing before it, which I have on another website. I just have to find my screens. I have so many screens open. I got to close some. So how's everybody feeling? Let's make some noise. Let's do some practice right now. Okay, and we're making a lot of noise. How loud can you be in your apartment so that your neighbors start making their own noise? Okay, all right, good. So I'm going to recite the blessings for the reading of the Megillah, and I will share, I'm going to share that with you. I found it on another website here. Here we go. And you can feel free to recite this with me. It goes like this. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav V'tzivanu al mikra Megillah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu. She'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. I get too many notifications of people coming in. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Okay, we have a lot of people coming in. I'm going to stop sharing this, and I'm going to start sharing another site here, and we'll get started momentarily. Okay. Everybody's getting ready to make some noise. And I'm going to call upon the readers who I have in my database on another site here. Here we go. And we have a lot of people coming in. This is great. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again with the Megillah Esther. And can you all read what I have here? I think I should zoom in a bit. Are you all able to read it? Give me a thumbs up if you can read it. Okay. All right, let me get that out of your way. Boy, we have some wonderful people coming in. And now I'm going to also pull up, here's my other screen here. Are you seeing both screens? Are you seeing the screen that has the Megillah on it as well as the other one that I'm holding over it, or just the screen with the Megillah on it? Okay. No, you don't see it. That's great. So for the first chapter, we have different readers coming in to read right now. We have Rabbi Hirsch, who's going to be starting us off with verses 1 through 3. Everybody cheer for Rabbi Hirsch. Woohoo! Okay. He's going to get us started, and I'll finish us off, okay, at the very end in chapter 10. It's 10 chapters long. We're going to read the Ganze Megillah in all the languages we can. Rabbi Hirsch will read it in Hebrew, then Hanasaya will read from verse 4 to 12 in English, and Alice Cunningham will read in English from verse 13 to 15, and then Laura Norwitz will speed talk us to the end of chapter 1. So everybody who is in chapter 1, including Rabbi Hirsch, Hanasaya, Alice Cunningham, and Laura Norwitz, please unmute yourself when it's your turn, okay? So are we ready, Rabbi Hirsch?
We are ready, but I'm taking the rabbinic prerogative here. I don't want anybody to speak before they speak.
Oh, there it goes.
But
please, Rabbi.
But I do want to welcome everybody and to thank you for attending and to remind you that it is very important in life, no matter what, to find opportunities to celebrate and rejoice. The mitzvah is not only to read the Megillah, but, there's a tradition to drink alcohol up to the extent that you don't know the difference between Mordechai and Haman. We don't encourage that in the sanctuary, in the building. However, you're all at home, so I'm not going to know, and nobody else is going to know. You should just be aware that if you drink, that's consistent with tradition. Just there have been cases in Jewish lore where people have actually committed assaults on other people because they were drunk. So you want to stop just short of that. And the one final thing I want to say about our community, we've held together. We've had some beautiful moments this year. The reason I say that is I remember that we closed down precisely a year ago. It was the day after the Purim Spiel and the Megillah reading that we closed down for the spring. So this year is going to be a better year, Baruch Hashem, and we'll all be together again in person soon in the months to come, hopefully. So with that said, and I'm the only one giving a speech today. All right, we ready, Cantor Singer?
Well, you haven't heard my speech yet.
I'm going. Vayehi b'yamei Achashverosh hu Achashverosh hamolech mihodu ad Kush 7 ו-20 ו-100 מדינה. בימים ההם כשבט המלך אחשוורוש על כיסא מלכותו אשר על שושן הבירה, yes, בשנת 3 למלכו עשה משתה לכל שריו ועבדיו, חיל פרס ומדי, הפרטמים ושרי המדינות לפניו. I think that's it, right?
That is it. Verse 4. Do we have Saya? By the way, this is our maiden voyage, ever having done this without it being in the sanctuary. Are all the people for chapter 1 here?
Hannah Saya is up
Hannah
next.
Saya
Hannah.
and Alice Cunningham.
For no fewer than 180 days, he displayed the vast riches of his kingdom and the splendid glory of his majesty. At the end of this period, the king gave a banquet for 7 days in the, okay, 1 second. In the banquet for all the officials and the courtiers, the administration of Persia and Media, the nobles and the governors of the provinces in his service. For no fewer than 180 days, he displayed the vast riches of his kingdom and the splendid glory of his majesty.
Sorry, this is bumping around on me here. Okay, good.
I think
Alice?
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Alice, are you here? Is Alice here?
Oh, Alice, you're on mute.
Yeah, Alice, we need you to unmute. Please don't forget to unmute.
Oh, you're still on.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Cantor?
Yes, I hear you now.
Okay, I was going to read in Hebrew from 13 through 15. That's what you'd assign me.
Okay, yeah.
You tell me what you'd like me to do.
I say go for it. I apologize for my...
Am I unmuted?
You are. Everyone hears you.
Okay. Okay. Vayomer slicha b'bachasha. Okay, ba'ivrit. Vayomer hamelech lachachamim yodei ha'itim. Kichin devar hamelech lifnei kol yodei dat v'dan. Hacharov Elan Karshana Sheta Adamata Tarshish Meres Marsana Mimuchan Shivaat Saray Paras Madai Roe Panei Hamelach Yoshvim Rishona B'Machut Chedat Ma La'asot B'Macha Vashti Al Asher Lo Asta et Hamelech et ha ma'amar Hamelech Achashverosh Bayad Hasarisim Hanashim Ha'ela.
Thank you. Our recent B'nai Mitzvah class, quite lovely to have you participating in any language. That's great. Okay. Laura Norwitz is going to speed talk. I don't know if I can scroll as quickly as she reads.
And are you finishing up the chapter? Because
Yeah, just go straight through.
okay, I'm going to be a steamroller, so.
I know.
Therefore, Memucan declared in the presence of the king and ministers, Queen Vashti has committed an offense not only against her majesty, but against all officials, against all the peoples in the province of the king Ahasuerus. But the queen's behavior will make all wives despise their husband. And they refer the like the king Ahasuerus himself ordered Queen Vashti to be brought before him, but she would not come. That very day the ladies of Persia and Media, who haven't heard of the queen's behavior, will cite it to all your majesty's officials, and there will be no end of scorn or provocation. If it please your majesty, let a royal edict be issued by you, and let it be written into the laws of Persia and Media, so that it cannot be abrogated, that Vashti shall never enter the presence of King Ahasuerus, and let your majesty bestow a royal state upon another who is more worthy than she. Then will the judgment executed by your majesty resound throughout your realm, vast though it is, and all wives will treat their husbands with respect, high and low alike. The proposal was approved by the king and the ministers, and the king did as Memucan proposed. Dispatches were sent to all the provinces of the king, to every province in its own script, and nation in its own language, that every man should wield authority in his own home and speak the language of his own people.
Wow. I remember when you first did that with your kids, and they did also Pig Latin and Abba or something like that. It was kind of fun. It's great to hear that again. Okay, everybody, we're on chapter 2. Moving right along. Okay, Ryan Grease, our director of communications, is going to be reading in Italian. Okay, we got Peter Dichter, Joan Dichter, Sandy Moss, Sherry David or Ian Nachman, whoever you wish from your family to read in whatever language, and Rabbi Sam to read in the language of her choice. So we're going to start off with Ryan in Italiano.
Dopo queste cose, quando la colera del re si fu calmata, egli si ricordò di Vasti, di ciò che essa aveva fatto e di quanto era stato deciso a suo riguardo. Allora, quelli che stavano al servizio del re dissero: sì, cerchino per il re fanciulle, vergini ed aspetto avvenente. Stabilisca il re in tutte le province del suo regno commissari, i quali radunino tutte le fanciulle, vergini e belle nelle reggie di Susa, nelle case delle donne, sotto la sorveglianza dei Igai. E il nunco del re è guardiano delle donne, che darà loro quanto è necessario per abbigliarsi.
Mille grazie. Okay, now we have Peter and Joan. I think you need to unmute. Are you unmuted? When we say it's a miracle to before we read this, we thank God for miracles.
He's not allowing.
And yeah, you're on now. Now you're on.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I hear you loud and clear. So
Oh,
this is
good.
great. Good to see you. And I like your background, your virtual background.
It's not virtual, it's real.
It's
Yeah,
real.
we
You're really at
decided
the
we did our
little
rule.
Miss Sushan.
Right.
Yeah.
Little Miss
We
Sushan.
plunge into the holidays big time.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is forecasting the spiel.
And let the maiden who pleases your majesty be queen instead of Vashti. The proposal pleased the king, and he acted on it. In the fortress Shushan lived a Jew by the name of Mordecai, son of Jair, son of Shimei, son of Kish, a Benjaminite.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah. Kish had been exiled from Jerusalem, and the group that was carried into exile, along with King Jeconiah of Judah, which had been driven into exile by King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon.
He was foster father to Hadassah, that is, Esther, his uncle's daughter, for she had neither father nor mother. The maiden was shapely and beautiful, and when her father and mother died, Mordecai adopted her as his own daughter. When the king's order and edict was proclaimed, and when many girls were assembled in the fortress Shushan under the supervision of Haggai, Esther too was taken into the king's palace under the supervision of Haggai, guardian of the women. The girl pleased him and won his favor, and he hastened to furnish her with her cosmetics and her rations, as well as with the 7 maids who were her due from the king's palace. And he treated her and her maids with special kindness in the harem.
Okay, verse 10. Take it away.
Should be muted.
Esther did not reveal her people or her kindred, for Mordecai had told her not to reveal it. Every single day, Mordecai would walk about in front of the court of the harem to learn how Esther was faring and what was happening to her. When each,
Sorry. You're
when
here.
each girl's turn came to go to King Ahasuerus at the end of the 12 months treatment prescribed for women, for that was the period spent on beautifying themselves, 6 months with oil of myrrh and 6 months with perfumes and women's cosmetics.
That was from Sandra Divac Moss, our amazing executive director. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
And it was after that that the girl would go to the king. Whatever she asked for would be given her to take with her from the harem to the king's palace. She would go in the evening and leave in the morning for a second harem in charge of Shagaz, the king's eunuch, guardians of the concubines. She would not go again to the king unless the king wanted her, when she would be summoned by name. When the turn came for Esther, daughter of Abihal, the uncle of Mordecai, who had adopted her as his own daughter, to go to the king, she did not ask for anything but what Haggai, the king's eunuch, guardian of the women, advised. Yet Esther won the admiration of all who saw her.
Esther fut conduite chez le roi Ahasuerus et son palais pendant le 12e mois, qui est celui de TV à la 7e année de son règne. Le roi aima Esther plus que toutes les autres femmes. Elle acquit sa faveur et sa grâce, plus que toutes les autres vierges. Il plaça la couronne royale sur la tête et en fit sa reine, à la place de Vashti. Puis le roi fit un grand festin pour tous ses ministres et ses serviteurs. Le festin d'Esther. Il réduisit les impôts pour toutes les provinces et fit des présents comme il sied au roi. Lorsque les vierges furent réunies une seconde fois, Mordecai siégeait à la porte du roi. Esther ne divulguait toujours pas ses ancêtres de son peuple comme Mordecai le lui avant demandé. Du fait, Esther suivant les instructions de Mordecai exactement comme elle le faisait quand il s'occupait d'elle. בימים ההם, ומרדכי יושב בשער המלך, קצף בגתן ותירש, שני סריסי המלך משומרי הסף, ויבקשו לשלוח יד למלך אחשוורוש. ויוודע הדבר למרדכי, ויגיד לאסתר המלכה, ותאמר אסתר למלך בשם מרדכי, ויבוקש הדבר, וימצא, ויתעלו שניהם על עץ, וייכתב בספר דברי הימים לפני המלך.
Yay, everybody give a cheer. We made it to chapter 3. We've been through French, we've been through Italian, we've been in cantillation, we've been in English, we've been in speed talk, we've done all kinds of stuff. We've been through a long, hard time together through chapter 3. And now it's my pleasure to, we're through chapter 2. We're now going to be getting some more chanting, some more beautiful chanting from David Richter, our veteran Balkore here, and Joseph Flaxman, our student cantor, who are going to take us through all 15 verses of chapter 3. Thank you.
אחר הדברים האלה גידל המלך אחשוורוש את המן את עבדת האגגי וינשאו וישם את כיסאו מעל כל השרים אשר איתו וכל עבדי המלך אשר בשער המלך קוראים ומשתחווים להמן כי כן ציווה לו המלך ומרדכי לא יכרע ולא ישתחווה ויאמרו עבדי המלך אשר בשער המלך למרדכי מדוע אתה עובר את מצוות המלך ויהי כאומרם אליו יום ביום ולא שמע עליהם ויגידו להמן לראות ויעמדו דברי מרדכי כי הגיד להם אשר הוא יהודי
He's a Jew, yeah.
וירא המן אין מרדכי קורע ומשתחווה לו וימלא המן אימה ויבז בעיניו לשלוח יד במרדכי לבדו כי הגידו לו את עם מרדכי ויבקש המן להשמיד את כל היהודים אשר בכל מלכות אחשוורוש עם מרדכי בחודש הראשון הוא חודש ניסן בשנת 12 למלך אחשוורוש הפיל פור הוא הגורל לפני המן מיום ליום ומחודש לחודש 12 הוא חודש אדר.
ויאמר המן למלך אחשוורוש ישנו עם אחד מפוזר ומפורד בין העמים בכל מדינות מלכותך ודתיהם שונות מכל עם ודתי המלך אינם עושים ולמלך אין שווה להניחם אם על המלך טוב ייכתב לעבדם ו10,000 כיכר כסף אשכול על ידי עושי המלאכה להביא אל גנזי המלך ויסר המלך את טבתו מעל ידו ויתנה להמן בין המדת ההגגי צורר היהודים ויאמר המלך להמן הכסף נתון לך והעם לעשות בו כטוב בעיניך. ויקראו סופרי המלך בחודש הראשון ב13 יום בו. וייכתב ככל אשר ציווה המן אל הקשתי פני המלך ואל הפחות אשר על מדינה ומדינה אל שערי עם ועם מדינה ומדינה ככתבה ועם ועם כלשונו בשם המלך אחשוורוש נכתב ונחתם בטבעת המלך ונשלוח ספרים ביד הרצים אל כל מדינות המלך להשמיד, להרוג ולאבד את כל היהודים מנער ועד זקן טף ונשים ביום אחד ב13 לחודש 12 הוא חודש אדר ושללם לבוז. פתשגן הכתב להינתן דת בכל מדינה ומדינה גלוי לכל העמים להיות עתידים ליום הזה. הרצים יצאו דחופים בדבר המלך והדת ניתנה בשושן הבירה והמלך והמן ישבו לשתות והעיר שושן נבוכה.
Nicely done. They do teach trope in the first year of for Purim, so that's great. Okay, so we continue now with Jen Shira Hartlove and Sig Rosen and Sherry David or Ian Nachman and Alan Shiner, if you're there. If not, I will join in. Okay, we're on chapter 4. Onwards.
When Mordecai learned all that had happened, Mordecai tore his clothes and put on sackcloth and ashes. And he went through the city crying out loudly and bitterly until he came to the palace on the front of the gate. For one could not enter the palace wearing sackcloth. Also, in every province that the king's command and decree reached, there was great mourning among the Jews with fasting, weeping, wailing, and everybody lay in sackcloth and ashes.
Boo-hoo. Okay, number 4.
Oh, verse 4 also?
No, I think I'm talking to Sig if he's here. Sig, is Sig there? Sig Rosen? If not, does somebody else wish to volunteer for verses 4? Anyone else? No?
I nominate my mom.
All right, Mom, come on. Mama.
Finally,
email it.
I'm not on the page, guys. Where
It's
is it?
okay. I'm showing the page here. We're on number 4 right here. You can read it in English.
Oh, wait. You have to unmute, Mom.
Mama Natav.
There we go. It's Mama Beer.
Mama Beer, I'm so sorry.
Mama Beer.
I remember when she was Beer. I knew her before she was a
You
Natav.
knew her with.
I knew her when.
Yeah. Would be nice if I found the page all, but
Oh,
you're
you
doing a
can't
great
see it?
job.
Do you
Sorry, Mom.
see it in front of you here on the screen on the Zoom?
Oh, she must be on her phone.
Oh.
All right. That
But
was a
I'm
nice
not
try.
saying, sorry, guys. It was, thanks for offering.
Oh.
It was a great evening.
Why don't you
Thank
read in her stead, daughter?
All right.
I can
I
go.
shall.
Okay.
Someone
somebody else.
volunteered.
Someone else volunteered.
It's me, M.
M. Oh, my sister.
Hi. Where are we? Number
Yeah.
4?
Why don't you turn your screen on?
Okay. Hi, guys.
Is that Susie who's talking? I can't tell if it's Susie or my sister.
No, Susie will meow in the background, so I better go quickly. Okay.
All right.
When Esther's maidens and eunuchs came came and informed her. Eunuchs came and informed her. The queen was greatly agitated. She sent clothing for Mordecai to wear so that he may take off his sackcloth, but he refused. Thereupon Esther summoned Hathach, one of the eunuchs whom the king had appointed to serve her, and sent him to Mordecai to learn the why and wherefore of it all. Hathach went out to Mordecai in the city square in front of the palace gate.
Okay.
Is that it?
I think so. I got to check. Yeah. Sherry, are you there?
Yep.
Okay, let's take it over.
Okay, Ian, go ahead.
Read from 9?
Yeah. Yes.
From 9 or from 7?
No, sorry. Here, I got to keep track here. Sig was supposed to go through 8. Sorry. M, keep going until number 8.
Okay, 1 second. Hathach went out to Mordecai in the city square in front of the palace gate. And Mordecai told him all that had happened to him and all about the money that Haman had offered to pay into the royal treasure for the destruction of the Jews. He also gave him the written text of the law that had been proclaimed in Shushan for the destruction. He bade him show it to Esther, inform her, and charge her to go to the king and to appeal to him and to plead with him for her people.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Sure.
Good save. All right. Now, verse 9.
When Hathach came and delivered Mordecai's message to Esther, Esther told Hathach to take back to Mordecai the following reply. All the king's courtiers and all the people of the king's provinces know that if any person, man or woman, enters the king's presence in the inner court without having been summoned, there is but one law for him, that he be put to death. Only if the king extends the golden scepter to him may he live. Now I have not been summoned to visit the king for the last 30 days. When Mordecai was told what Esther had said, Mordecai had this message delivered to Esther. Do not imagine that you, of all the Jews, will escape with your life by being in the king's palace.
Okay. Who's number 14? Alan? Is Alan Shiner here? Okay. Would someone else like to come up virtually? I saw Lance is here. Anyone else wish to just unmute and we can continue with number 14? If not, I'll nominate our Rabbi Cantor Sam Natov, since you missed out on the last one, to my sister.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I'm nominated. Okay.
I'll do it, Sam, if you want me to.
Oh,
All right.
go for it.
There you go.
Okay. On the contrary, if you keep silent in this crisis, relief and deliverance will come to the Jews from another quarter, while you and your father's house will perish. And who knows, perhaps you have attained to royal position for just such a crisis.
Keep
Then
going.
Esther sent back his answer to Mordecai. I have to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Go assemble all the Jews who live in Shushan and fast in my behalf. Do not eat or drink for 3 days and nights, day or night. And I and my maidens will observe the same fast. Then I shall go to the king, though it is contrary to the law. And if I am to perish, then I shall perish.
And one
So
more.
Mordecai went about the city and did just as Esther had commanded him.
Yay, thank you. That was beautiful. Okay, here we go. Now We're going to continue back to Rabbi Cantor Sam Natov. Okay, I have you scheduled for this, chapter 5, 1 through 3. And then Marcia Launer, Neil Launer, Ruth Leibowitz, and Jack Aronson. All right.
Okay.
This keeps bouncing around on me here. I don't know where I'm at now. Okay.
Wait for you.
There it is, chapter 5.
Okay.
Oh, we're halfway there. Sorry. Sorry.
Whoa!
Living on a prayer.
ויהי ביום השלישי ותלבש אסתר מלכות ותעמוד בחצר בית המלך. I can't read this very well. It's too small for me. What I'm gonna thank you. Excellent. Just have to move it over to the touch.
Yeah, it
Somehow didn't
bounces
have this
around.
on my
This is
list
the
of
thing
things
about
I
this
was
site.
doing.
It's the site. There's something up with the site. If I
Let's
go
make it
into,
bigger. Okay. All right. Restart.
There we go.
All right. ויהי ביום השלישי ותלבש אסתר מלכות ותעמוד בחצר בית המלך הפנימית נוכח בית המלך והמלך יושב על כיסא מלכותו בבית המלכות נוכח פתח הבית. ויהי כראות המלך את אסתר המלכה עומדת בחצר נשאה חן בעיניו. ויושט המלך לאסתר את שרביט הזהב אשר בידו ותקרב אסתר ותיגע בראש השרביט. ויאמר לו המלך מלך אסתר המלכה ומה בקשתך עד חצי המלכות ויינתן לך.
Okay, Ruth Leibowitz just entered. So she's in this chapter. Okay. Is Marcia and Neil here?
Marcia's here and Neil, I'm taking Neil's place.
Oh, good. Yay.
Ready?
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, so are we at If It Please
Yes,
Your Majesty?
if it please your majesty. Yes.
All right, here I go. If it please your majesty, Esther replied, let your majesty and Haman come today to the feast that I have prepared for him. The king commanded, tell Haman to hurry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's something with the site. It just.
I was really getting into it too.
I know.
Okay.
I ruined it. Okay.
Okay. Wait, it's big and I can't read it. Yeah.
Not big enough?
The king, tell Haman, it's good.
Okay, it's good.
The king commanded, tell Haman to hurry and do Esther's bidding. So the king and Haman came to the feast that Esther had prepared. At the wine feast, the king asked Esther, what is your wish? It shall be granted to you. And okay. And what is your request? Even to half the kingdom, it shall be fulfilled. My wish, replied Esther, my request. If your majesty will do me the favor, if it please your majesty to grant my wish and accede to my request, let your majesty and Haman come to the feast, which I will prepare for them. And tomorrow I will do your majesty's bidding. That day, Haman went out happy and lighthearted. But when Haman saw Mordecai in the palace gate, and Mordecai did not raise or even stir on his account, Haman was filled with rage at him. I'm not as good as David's reading, but I'm trying.
You're conjuring the spirit.
Nevertheless, Haman controlled himself and went home. He sent for his friends and his wife Zeresh. And Haman told them all about his great wealth and his many sons, and all about how the king had promoted him and advanced him above the officials and the king's courtiers. What more said Haman? No, what is more said Haman? Queen Esther gave a feast, and besides the king, she did not have anyone but me. And tomorrow, too, I'm invited by her along with the king. Yet all this means nothing to me.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, it's not my turn anymore?
I think now we have
Ari.
Ruth Leibowitz.
All right, go, Ari.
No, you have Jack.
All right.
I think you have Jack.
You object. Okay.
No, you have Jack.
Oh, I have Jack. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Jack. Where's Ruth? Did we miss Ruth? I think we skipped over Ruth. Ruth Leibowitz, are you there? I can't see all the people who are in the room and do all this scrolling at the same time, so I apologize. If Ruth Leibowitz is there, I could have sworn I saw her come in.
Maybe you have to unmute her.
I can't unmute anyone. We missed Ruth? I think we skipped over Ruth. Okay, I hear myself. Are you there? Ruth? I can't see all the people who are in the room and I hear myself. So I apologize. Who's playing me in the background? Who's unmuted but not speaking? Okay, so let's continue. We did do through 12. So go ahead, Jack. At your objection.
Okay. Yet all this means nothing to me. Every time I see that Jew Mordecai sitting in the palace gate, then you know whose wife, Zeresh, and all his friends said to him, let a stake be put up 50 cubits high, and in the morning ask the king to have Mordecai impaled on it. Oof. Then you can go gaily with the king to the feast. The proposal pleased Haman.
Ooh.
And he had the stake put up.
All right. Thank you, Jack. Okay, we are in chapter 6. So I apologize if I missed anyone. Ruth, I hope I didn't miss you. And maybe there'll be an opportunity for you to read something else. Okay. Danny Moss, Peter Schulman, and Kathleen Vestuto, are you here?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Danny, take it away.
The text is very tiny. Can you?
I can make it bigger. I just sometimes struggle with the scrolling when I make it bigger, that's all.
All right, I also have it in front of me. Balayla hahu nadash shnat hamelech v'yomer lahavi et sefer hazichronot ivrei hayamim v'yishu nikareim lifnei hamelech v'yimatzei chatuv asher hagid Mordechai al bigtana b'teresh shnei sarisei hamelech Mishomrei Asaf Asher Bikshu Lishloach Yad Bamelech et Achashverosh. Vayomer Hamelech Mana Asa Yakar Ugdula Mordechai Alze Vayomru Nari Hamelech Bishartav Lo Nasa Amo Davar. So.
Beautiful. Thank you. En français, messieurs.
Numéro 6.
Oui.
Right here. Haman entered. I lost.
Oui.
Okay.
Maintenant.
Merci. Haman entra et le roi lui dit, « Que faut-il faire à un homme que le roi veut honorer ?» Haman se dit à lui-même, « Qui d'autre que moi le voudrait-il honorer ?» Haman répondit donc au roi, « À l'homme que le roi veut honorer, on apportera un vêtement royal que le roi a porté, un cheval que le roi a monté. La couronne royale sera posée sur sa tête. Le vêtement et le cheval seront confiés dans les mains d'un des nobles ministres du roi. On en vêtira l'homme que le roi veut honorer et on le conduira sur le cheval dans les places de la ville. » More?
I think that was it. I missed a few of them, I think.
Yeah, maybe too.
Okay, it went quickly for me. I was following it before, but this was
Yeah, me
quite
too,
quick.
me
for
too.
me. Okay, Kathleen Vestuto.
Hello. Okay.
Okay, she's going to repeat, I think, number 6. Is that correct?
6, 8 through
Okay,
14, something like that.
go for it. You go, girl.
So Haman
Oh,
said to the king, "For the man whom the king desires to honor, let royal garb which the king has worn be brought, and a horse on which the king has ridden, and whose head a royal diadem has been set, and let the attire and the horse be put in charge of one of the king's noble courtiers, and let the man whom the king desires to honor be attired and paraded on the horse through the city square, while they proclaim before him, 'This is what is done for the man whom the king desires to honor.'" I got to get my actors here.
okay. We're at number 10.
Yeah, okay. "Quick then," said the king to Haman, "get the garb and the horse, as you have said, and do this to Mordecai, the Jew, yay, who sits in the king's gate. Omit nothing of all you have proposed." So Haman took the garb and the horse and arrayed Mordecai. Whoops, hold on. Arrayed Mordecai and paraded him. We have a logistics problem here. Paraded him through the city street, through the city square. And Haman proclaimed before him. Haman's too happy about this. "This is what is done for the man for whom the king desired to honor." Then Mordecai, yay, returned to the king's gate, while Haman hurried home, his head covered in mourning. There, Haman told his wife, Zeresh. No, you can see Zeresh.
I see her.
Okay, there she is.
Okay, something just happened to the site here.
That's okay. Okay, I'll wait.
No, keep going. Just keep going. It's
and all his friends, everything that had befallen him. His advisors and his wife Zeresh said to him, "If Mordecai, before whom you have begun to fall, is not of Jewish stock, you will not overcome him. You will fall before him to your ruin."
Oh my goodness.
While they were still speaking to him, the king's eunuchs arrived, hurriedly brought Haman to the banquet which Esther, yay, had prepared.
Yay. Okay. Sorry for the technical issues here. Harold Levine, you are ready. Harold.
ויבוא המלך והמן
Boo.
לאסתר המלכה, ויאמר המלך לאסתר, גם ביום השני מלשתה היין, מה שאלתך אסתר המלכה, ותינתן לך, ומה בבקשתך עד חצי המלכות, ותעש. וטען אסתר המלכה, ותאמר, אם מצאתי חן בעיניך המלך, ואם על המלך טוב, תינתן לי נפשי בשאלתי, ועמי בבקשתי. כי נמכרנו אני ועמי, להשמיד להרוג ולאבד. ואילו לעבדים ולשפחות נמכרנו כחרשתי, כי אין חצר שווה בנזק המלך. ויאמר המלך אחשוורוש, ויאמר לאסתר המלכה, מי הוא זה ואיזה הוא אשר מלאו ליבו לעשות כן. ותאמר אסתר, איש צר ואויב, חמן הזה, והמן מעט מלפני המלך והמלכה. והמלך חם בחמתו ממשתה היין, על גינת הביתן, והמן עמד לבקש על נפשו מאסתר המלכה, כי ראה כי חלתה עליו הרעה מאת המלך. והמלך שוב מגינת הביתן אל בית משתה היין, והמן נופל על המיטה אשר אסתר עליך. ויאמר המלך, הגם לכבוש את המלכה, אם היא בבית. הדבר יצא מפי המלך, ופני המן הפכו. ויאמר חרבונה אחד מן הסריסים לפני המלך, גם הנה העץ אשר עשה המן למרדכי, אשר דיבר טוב על המלך, עומד בבית המן, כוח חמישי אמן. ויאמר המלך, תלוהו עליו, ויתלו את המן על העץ אשר הכין למרדכי, והמן המלך שכח.
Thank you. Beautiful. Wow. I love your outfit too.
Thank you, Cantor.
It's great. Okay, here we are. We're nearing the end, folks. We're in the final countdown. Chapter 8, then chapter 9, and then I'm going to close it off with chapter 10. Lauren Grossman en français aujourd'hui, and then my sister again en Hebrew, and then Lauren, you're going to return with more French, more français, and then Stephen, you're going to come back in the English. So we have chapter 8. Take it away, Lauren.
Lorraine, je dis.
Lorraine.
Okay. Le même jour, le roi Assuérus fit don à la reine Esther de la maison d'Aman. Aman. Le persécuteur des Juifs, et Mardoché qui s'est présenta devant le roi. Esther ayant raconté ce qu'il était pour elle. Le roi ôta son anneau qu'il avait fait enlever à Aman et le remit à Mardoché. Et Esther préposa Mardoché à la maison d'Aman. Puis Esther revint à la charge pour parler au roi. Elle se jeta à ses pieds et, en pleurant, le supplia d'annuler le funeste dessein d'Aman, l'Agagite, et le projet qu'il avait formé contre les Juifs.
Merci.
D'accord.
Mon sœur.
Rien.
My sister.
Really again? Faithful.
Oh.
Can I do the
usually
English?
read here. Yeah.
Okay. The king extended the golden scepter to Esther, and Esther arose and stood before the king. If it please your majesty, she said, and if I have won your favor and the proposal seems right to your majesty, and if I am pleasing to you, let dispatches be written commanding those which were written by Haman, son of Hammedatha the Agagite, embodying his plot to annihilate the Jews throughout the king's provinces. For how can I bear to see the disaster which will befall my people? And how can I bear to see the destruction of my kindred? Then Ahasuerus said to Queen Esther and Mordecai the Jew, I have given Haman's property to Esther, and he has been impaled on the stake for scheming against the Jews.
Thank you.
Okay.
Merci.
On continue?
You can start.
Oui. Eh bien, écrivez vous-même au nom du roi en faveur des Juifs, comme vous le jugerez bon, et signez avec l'anneau royal, car un ordre écrit au nom du roi et muni du sceau royal ne peut être rapporté. Sur l'heure même, on convoqua les secrétaires du roi. C'était dans le 3e mois, qui est le mois de Sivan, le 23e jour du mois, et on écrivit, tout comme Mardoché l'ordonna, aux Juifs, aux satrapes, aux gouverneurs et aux préfets des provinces qui s'étendaient de l'Inde à l'Éthiopie, sont 27 provinces, en s'adressant à chaque province suivant son système d'écriture et à chaque peuple suivant son idiome. De même aux Juifs selon leur écriture et selon leur langue. Il fit écrire au nom du roi Assuérus et sceller avec l'anneau du roi. Puis il expédia les lettres par des courriers à cheval montés sur des coursiers rapides appartenant au service de l'État et élevés dans les écuries royales. Il déclarait que le roi autorisait les Juifs dans chaque ville à rassembler et à défendre leur vie en exterminant, en tuant et en détruisant tout attrapement de populace qui les attaquerait, y compris les femmes et les enfants, et à faire main basse sur le butin. Et cela en un seul et même jour dans toutes les provinces du roi Assuérus, à savoir le 13e jour du 12e mois, qui est le mois d'Adar.
Merci beaucoup. All of my French has led to this moment. Okay. My French studies have paid off finally. Okay, Stephen.
Can I be heard?
I hear you, my friend. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I can't see you though, but I hear you.
Should I click on?
Don't worry. Just go for it. We got to get to the end of this.
I can't be seen. Okay.
Yeah, I see the top of your head, not the bottom.
Okay, but I can be seen. I need to go farther up to line 13.
Oh, thank you. Go ahead.
That's when reading starts. Okay.
Here you are, sir.
Thanks, Dan. The text of the document was to be issued as a law in every single province. It was to be publicly displayed to all the peoples, so that the Jews should be ready for that day to avenge themselves on their enemies. The couriers, mounted on royal steeds, went out in urgent haste at the king's command, and the decree was proclaimed in the fortress Shushan. Mordecai left the king's presence in royal robes of blue and white, with a magnificent crown of gold and a mantle of fine linen and purple wool. And the city of Shushan rang with joyous cries. The Jews enjoyed light and gladness, happiness and honor. And in every province and in every city, when the king's command and decree arrived, there was gladness and joy among the Jews, a feast and a holiday. And many of the people of the land professed to be Jews, for the fear of the Jews had fallen upon them.
Thank you. Okay, chapter 9, and then we're almost done. Sherry, David, Arian, Dorothy, Anya, Charlotte, Eileen, and then Sherry and David again. Let's do this quickly.
And so on the 13th day of the 12th month, that is the month of Adar, when the king's command and decree were to be executed, the very day on which the enemies of the Jews had expected to get them in their power, the opposite happened, and the Jews got their enemies in their power. Throughout the provinces of King Ahasuerus, the Jews mustered in their cities to attack those who sought their hurt, and no one could withstand them, for the fear of them had fallen upon all the peoples. Indeed, all the officials of the provinces, the satraps, the governors, and the king's stewards showed deference to the Jews because the fear of Mordecai had fallen upon them.
Take it away.
Ki kado, where's my picture?
Ki gadol.
Oh, here I am. Ki kado Mordechai beveit hamelech v'sham'o holech b'chol hamedinot ki ha'ish Mordechai holech v'gadol v'yaku haYehudim b'chol oivehem makat cherev v'hereg v'avdan v'ya'asu b'sonehem kirtzonam uv'shushan habira hargu haYehudim v'abed chamesh me'ot ish Ve'et Parshandata, ve'et Dalphon, ve'et Aspata, ve'et Porata, ve'et Adalia, ve'et Aridata, ve'et Parmashta, ve'et Arisai, ve'et Aridai, ve'et Vizata, Aseret b'nei Haman, ben Hamdata, Sorea haYehudim haragu, uvabiza lo shalchu et yadam.
W tym samym dniu dowiedział się król o liczbie zabitych na zamku w Suzie. Król rzekł do królowej Estery: W Suzie na zamku Żydzi zabili i wytracili 500 mężów i 10 synów Hamana. A w pozostałych państwach króla co uczynili? I jakie jeszcze jest twoje życzenie, a będzie dane tobie? I co za pragnienie dalsze, a stanie się? I rzekła Estera: Jeśli królowi to się podoba, to niech pozwolą także jutro Żydom, którzy są w Suzie, na działanie według dekretu z dnia dzisiejszego, aby mogli 10 synów Hamana powiesić na szubienicy. I rzekł król: Niech się tak stanie. I wydano zarządzenie w Suzie i 10 synów Hamana powieszono. A Żydzi, którzy byli w Suzie, zgromadzili się także w dniu 14 miesiąca Adar i zabili w Suzie 300 mężczyzn, ale na majątek ich nie wyciągnęli ręki. Reszta Żydów, którzy mieszkali w państwach króla, zgromadziła się i stanęła w obronie swego życia. I uwolnili się od wrogów i zabili nienawidzących ich 75 000, ale na majątek ich nie wyciągnęli ręki.
Dziękuję. Dziękuję.
Dziękuję.
Yeah, this is the lotion of my grandfather from Poland. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Charlotte, take it away.
All right.
Just interrupting for a quick second. Sorry, Charlotte. The
3 minutes.
meal is starting in 3 minutes.
So we got to speed it.
If you switch over, you also going to put the link in. Otherwise, you can always watch the very beginning again afterwards. Since it's streaming, it'll be up on Facebook.
And it starts with a preview, so it's all good. The preview that we sent out. Go ahead.
ביום 13 לחודש אדר, ונוח ב14 בו, ועשור אותו יום משתה ושמחה, והיהודים אשר בשושן נקהלו ב13 בו ו14 בו, ונוח ב15 בו, ועשור אותו יום משתה ושמחה.